Once again, if I can get your attention, please. We're going to go ahead.
They said it was like a
and
press
start
conference.
with
I
toast.
started talking like Donald Trump.
So if everyone could please give your attention, and first up to our maid of honor, Hallie.
Good evening, everyone. Testing. Got it. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Hallie. Kennedy and I have been best friends since our first year of high school, when we partnered up at a volleyball camp. It is 11 years later, and I couldn't be happier or prouder to celebrate my best friend. I've had the privilege of being by Kennedy's side. When she moved to Iowa City for school, I wondered how our friendship would pan out. It never faltered. We joked that despite living 2.5 hours away, it still felt like we went to college together. I was there for football games, dorm nights, and birthday outings. There's one memory of the dorm that sticks out to me the most, and that is the night I got to hear all about this guy and how Kennedy thought she was going to marry him. Well, fast forward to tonight, she was right. Jack, when I first met you, I knew you fit into Kennedy's life perfectly. You are kind, patient, and caring. You treat Kennedy with such respect that is admirable. Together, you make a wonderful team, and there is truly no better person I could have imagined marrying my best friend. You are the kind of couple that prove each other wrong and be impressed when the other person outdoes themselves. For example, with their recent basement remodel, Jack did not particularly want Kennedy to use his nice DeWalt tool set, but Kennedy wanted the job to get done, so she went out and got herself a tool set herself. Long story short, the bride could be on HGTV as a designer and contractor. All the meantime, Jack is impressed and convinced they no longer need any help with the trim work. I bring this story up because this shows that they move along with each other with grace and respect. Even though they are building their home together, they will always be each other's homes. Jack, thank you for loving her the way she deserves. It is so easy to see you two are perfect for each other, and I am honored to call you both my friends. I can't wait to see the kind of adventures you get up to in years to come, whether that is another basement remodel or not. There's a quote from a silly TV show that Kennedy and I used to watch when we were younger called Zach Stone is Gonna Be Famous that says, I'm just gonna go out there and be myself. I'm not gonna try to impress anyone. I'm just gonna do what I do and let people see it. And if they like it, then great. If they don't, then whatever. I'm just gonna be me. This quote reminds me so much of how Kennedy and Jack approach their lives and their relationship. They are both so authentic and true to themselves. They don't try to be someone they're not, and they just embrace who they are and bring out the best in each other. And that's what makes their love so genuine and inspiring. So here's to celebrating that authenticity and the incredible partnership they've built. To Kennedy and Jack, may you always continue to be yourselves and cherish the love you share. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next up, we have a toast from our best man, Dustin.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. My name is Justin, and I am a longtime friend of the groom. What a beautiful wedding day it's been, celebrating Jack and Kennedy. I would just like to start off by saying thank you to them and to both sets of their families for all the hard work and planning they put into this day. But especially Jack. I know how many long hours of serious consideration he put into wedding colors, decorations, and cake toppers. In fact, a few weeks ago, I was hanging out with Jack. We were just making small talk, and I was curious to know what their wedding colors were. So I asked him. He looked me in the eye with all seriousness and responded, I don't know, you'll have to ask Kennedy. Jack asked me to be his best man on June 2nd. It's July 20th. A month and a half ago. Now, some of you might be wondering, Jack, why did you wait so long to ask Justin to be your best man? And to understand this question, you first have to understand the relationship between the two of us. Our friendship started as early as I can remember. We grew up riding the school bus, playing sports, finding our favorite fishing hole, riding bikes, and of course, we can't forget the many nights of ding-dong ditching in Windsor Ridge. The memories and trust we built with each other stuck with us as we grew older and continue to lean on one another today. Jack is one of the most honest, loyal, kind-hearted, caring, and hardworking guys I know. One of my favorite things about our relationship is that our text message conversations last weeks on end. Not that we text each other for weeks on end, but rather it takes us about 2 weeks to get back to one another. It's our own man code that signifies a mutual respect for the busyness in our lives. We have always understood one another, and we never have to question our friendship. I guess one could describe it as solid or consistent. Trust would be another word to describe it. This trust can help explain how a best friend can ask his best friend to be his best man only 1.5 months before his wedding day. Now let's turn our attention to Kennedy and give a round of applause to this beautiful bride. I was so impressed by Kennedy from the first time we met, which also happened to be the first time her and Jack met as well. You see, Jack invited me to tag along with him the night he was to meet Kennedy for the first time. Thankfully, everything worked out well, but some words of advice to younger single men in the audience tonight. If you are an awkward introvert, please do not ask another awkward introvert to be your wingman on a date. Kennedy is kind, smart, sincere, and hardworking, and she truly brings out the best in Jack. It has been a blessing to watch the relationship evolve into what it is today. A relationship built on faith in Christ, kindness, laughter, and complete trust in one another. And I believe this trust can help explain how a man about to be married in a few weeks did not know the colors on his wedding day. They turned out great, by the way, Kennedy. So if we would all please raise our glasses to many years of happiness and laughter to this wonderful couple. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Justin. Next up, we have a toast from the father of the bride, the one, the only.
I get some readers. Okay, usually these speeches are supposed to get better and better, but we're doing it a little bass-backwards tonight, and it's gonna be like Jesus' first miracle. We'll save that good wine for last, or however it works. But welcome everyone. I hope your evening's off to a great start. I'm Pat Cruz, Kennedy's dad. Thank you so much for being here to add to our joy. That means that at some point in your lives, you've hit a special spot in Kennedy or Jack's hearts while you're here today. So thank you very much. If you could say a quick prayer for me to get through this without too much blubbering, I think it would be a win-win situation for us all. If you're confused on how to have fun tonight, my wife's uncle, Marty Davis, mimic Marty. Thank you. Life's not perfect as we know it, but there are some perfect moments like these that I feel we should fully embrace. A great marriage isn't when the so-called perfect couple comes together, but when an imperfect couple learns to accept each other's differences. I feel Kennedy and Jack are well prepared to be successful and stack a lot of perfect moments together in their lifetimes. Success to me is knowing the Word of God and obeying it. I'd like to give a special shout out to our family's retired pastor, Lindsey Watkins, and his loving wife, Peggy. He married Michelle and I 26 years ago, and our 3 kids he baptized and confirmed. Kennedy, Caden, and Colson, so he's been a wonderful servant of God. Thanks to my dad, Darrell, for my Christian upbringing. Thanks to our dear friends, Jerry and Judy Flanagan. They most gracious in opening up their homes in Cedar Rapids in Florida and for us. We would drive down for years when the kids were little to their Florida home to clown around with Jerry and Judy, so most appreciative to them. Thanks also to Jack's parents, Bob and Mary Sue, for raising such a fine man slash polar bear. Thanks to my wife, Michelle, for being a terrific mother. She really is. The caretaker of our family. I mean, I don't have to do anything. She does it. Thanks to Dom and Katie Parad, sharing their boys. Joey, Teddy, and Pete, where are the Parads? Yes, sharing your boys with Kennedy, giving her and Jack an experience how to be a parent, takes me back to when Michelle and I were just getting started. We had my nieces, Danielle, my niece, Lindsay, Michelle's brother, Brody, and Michelle's niece, Mackenzie. Sure. You got this. Mackenzie. Those 4, I mean, we were newlyweds and didn't have a clue, but hey, the parents, you want to watch our kid? Yes, we do. And lots of good times with them, so thank you very much. It's humbling to see this circle of life go by, and now Kennedy watches the Parads, and life goes flying by, so enjoy it. Growing up, Kennedy was a breeze to raise in our competitive, sports-minded family. About the most trouble she got into was she wouldn't flush the toilet at home. But come to find out, her brother Caden kept setting her up by going number 1 and then throwing some toilet paper in the bowl. Kennedy played a variety of sports in her youth and high school. Watching her pitch softball was always my favorite. She even kept her maid of honor's husband, Zach McLeod, alive, blocking for him as I coached him in 5th grade tackle football. Kennedy also danced, in part because the dance teacher was our neighbor in Ogden. She liked Rachel Ray and she loved to cook and dreamed of having her own TV show called Kennedy's Kitchen. Being the firstborn, she was a perfectionist in the classroom and the best big sissy a brother could ever have. I mean, Michelle and I being teachers, I mean, every once in a while you get a student that They're different, they're special. I know she's mine, well, she's Jack's now, but I know she's mine, but she is one of the special ones. After high school, she went to Iowa and met Jack, and he had her at Hawkeye. Michelle and I never had that defining moment. We just always knew Jack was the one. Oh, before I forget, Team Five Head, thanks for stepping out of the compound for a night and joining us. So, yes. Where was I? Oh, yeah, we just always knew Jack was the one. Holly said she knew Jack was the one when Kennedy agreed to go turkey hunting with him. So, but it's been an inspiration to watch them during their courtship. I mean, Kennedy truly wants to serve Jack, and Jack does the same, wanting to serve her. Romans 12:10, they typify that. Which states, be devoted to one another in love, honor one another above yourselves. That's them. So that's wonderful. On the rare occasion there would be a difference of opinion between the two, it would quickly be resolved by one word from my daughter. That one word being Jack. Kennedy, I so dearly miss our bedtime handshake ritual of confidence, concentration, be nice. Oh yeah, I love you, Jesus loves you. Hopefully you'll be able to create those same precious memories with your own kids. Thank you for being a second mother to your brothers and setting such a wonderful standard for them. For the first time, since the first time Nurse Barb laid you on my chest in the last 25 years, you've brought such happiness to us. I'm sure you will do the same for Jack. It's a wonderful sight to see. I know he will love and cherish you every bit as much as we do. And I've loved Kennedy Cruz, and I think the transition to Kennedy Donovan will only deepen that love. So, please never take one another for granted. A little advice for you, Jack, much like the pastor said at the church. The best way to remember your wife's birthday, anniversary, Valentine's, etc., is to forget it once. This is truly a blessed day as Jack gains a wife and a companion for life, and I gain the reassurance that my daughter will have someone steadfast, incredible by her side. Remember, Jack, I loved her first. Make sure you love her last. A toast to Kennedy and Jack, to a Christ-filled, happy and healthy life, full of endless love and laughter.
Good evening, everyone. For those that do not know me, I am Mary Sue, Jack's very proud mother. First of all, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here to celebrate Jack and Kennedy. Seeing Jack marry the love of his life today is a moment I will cherish forever. Jack has always been an inquisitive person. From a very young age, he was happiest when he was getting dirty on the farm with his dad, Bob, and Uncle Mike. The dirtier he could get, the better. Every time they came back from the farm, after a full days of work, Jack would burst through the doors and ask, "What's for dinner?" and if it was ready yet. He never wanted to sit indoors. He loved the outdoors and was always eager to learn something new, constantly asking questions and soaking up knowledge like a sponge. I would like to share one memory that sticks out to me when Jack was little. Jack was in flag football. The games were always the first thing on a crisp fall Saturday morning. All the other kids were bundled up in layers and layers of clothes to keep warm, but not Jack. He wore shorts and a t-shirt. His little cheeks glowed from the cold. I would cringe watching him play, but it was clear that he was tough and determined. To this day, it's nothing to see Jack in shorts when the temperatures start to drop. Jack, you are kind, loving, and hardworking. These qualities have only grown stronger over the years. I see it shining brightly in your relationship with Kennedy. I remember the first time we met Kennedy. She had no idea she was meeting Jack's parents. Poor girl. It was a brief introduction, but I could tell right away she was sweet and a caring person. Kennedy, you are bright, loving, and caring, and you bring out the very best in Jack. Together, the two of you make an incredible couple. Jack and Kennedy, you bring out the best in each other. Your relationship is a beautiful example of thoughtfulness and care. I truly believe you'll have a bright future. Keep your faith in God, and amazing things will happen. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in your lives. And my hope and dreams for you are simple, yet profound. Good health, a strong and loving marriage, and many, many years of happiness together. So, let's raise our glasses to Jack and Kennedy. Cheers.
All right, next up, a word from our bride.
Okay, thank you all so much for being here. This is just, one room with all of my favorite people. I just can't even believe it. Best day ever. My dad stole a lot of my talking points, so that's a bummer. But I have a few big thank yous that I want to give out, so I'll just start there. First, all of our extended families, my side, Jack's side, you guys have all been nothing short of loving and welcoming to both of us from the get-go, and that just means the world to us, so thank you for that. I'll just start going around the room. Try not to cry. I get that from my dad, so. I'll just start here up front. Mike and Jill, you guys. Ooh, okay. I didn't even think, before I started, I was like, oh, I'm good. You guys have just always been a testament of loving each other and loving your family. And I just respect and admire the family unit you guys have created so much. And you guys have always been so loving and so supportive of us. And I just love you guys so much. Thank you. Okay, number one. Pastor and Peggy means the absolute world to us for you guys to be here today. And like my dad mentioned, you just gave us the biggest gift to deepen our faith over all the years, and starting with my grandparents, and we just love you for that. So thank you for being here. Okay, now I'm going to talk about a few lessons that we learned from people. We'll start with Bob and Mary Sue. You guys have just taught us how to love one another and enjoy each other's interests, even though when they aren't necessarily your interests, and just instilled into Jack and shown me just how much it can get you just being hardworking. I just value your guys' hard work and dedication so much. So thank you for that. Dom and Katie. This one's hard. You guys gave me the best gift ever. I had my dream job that never felt like a job, and I just love the boys like they're my own, and you guys taught me so much, and being parents and professionals, the things you do in this world are just amazing. They're both doctors, and they just are world changers. We just love you guys so much, and we love your boys, and we just hope we can be the professionals and parents that you are in the future. We just love you guys. Jody, Teddy, Peter, I love you boys so much, and you mean the world to me and Jack. Oh, yeah, we just love you so much. You're the best time. Mom and Dad, I mean everything. You've taught me everything. You've given me everything I've ever had, ever needed. But I think this room full of people, how you've shown us to just surround yourselves with the best people. I mean, our friends and family are just, I'm a little biased, obviously, but you guys are just the best. And I've never known somebody that has like so many close family friends. Like, you talk about, I mean, my friends all know, like, oh, my dad's softball buddies. And this, like, so many subgroups. My mom's still friends with people from high school, sisterhood. And you guys, just how you can foster friendships like that, and just learning to be a friend as an adult is a hard thing. And so the fact that you guys have maintained those all these years is just such an inspiration. So thank you for that. Toby and Diana. You guys have taught us so much about being generous. We just are always so welcome to you guys. You never hold back. We just feel so welcome. They have a place down in the Ozarks, our absolute favorite place to have family events. Diana threw my bachelorette party down there, and we just feel at home there because you just elude joy and welcome, and just we're just so thankful for your generosity, and we hope that we can have a piece of that in our future. To our, oops, did you? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I just didn't see you back there. To Jack's grandmas and my grandpa, you guys all built a foundation for us, and you have all just fostered and created loving families, and we just appreciate and value that so much. And my grandpa and grandma taught me so much. My grandma was just the most loving and patient, very patient. If you know my grandpa, she was very patient. And they just love each other so hard. And they've just taught Jack and I that, like, we are together and we're building our family unit, and I just love them both and value that oh so much. Yeah, okay. Now to my wedding party. Hallie, friendship means the absolute world to me. Oops. Am I good? Okay. Hallie, your friendship obviously means the world to me. We've been through all the stages of life together, and we'll continue on with those. And Zach, I mean, as my dad alluded to with the tackle football, we've been together for a while, but to see you in this relationship with Hallie, like, as Hallie said, like, I couldn't think of someone better for my best friend, and so thankful that she's found you, and now that you've given Jack and I a godson that we love so, so much, that was the greatest gift of all, and we just value you guys so much. Along those lines, Justin and Lindy, we value your guys' friendship so much. Justin, you're so steadfast, and you're such a rock for Jack, and I just couldn't appreciate that more. And you and Lindy are such an inspiration, putting Christ first in your relationship, and we just value and respect that. And so close to have you, or so nice to have you close in Iowa City, and we just love you guys. Caden and Colson. Like my dad said, the best thing I ever got to do was be a big sister. And I mean, I just love you guys so much. That's really the greatest gift Mom and Dad could ever give me, is you two. And I just love you both so much. And I'm so proud of the men you have become. I really, really love you guys. And my future sister-in-laws, I love you both so much. I seriously couldn't pick two people that are more perfect for my brothers. And just as my grandma was very patient, you two are so patient. And obviously, love my brothers to death. They're my brothers, I get it, and praise you. Thank you. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to run this back for you two both next year. Lock it in officially. And then my other sister-in-law, I went from no sister-in-laws to I'll have 3 sister-in-laws in 1 year, so exciting. Katie and Austin, you two have, again, both been nothing but welcoming to me from the get-go. And Katie, I've always waited for a sister, and the first time I met you, I'm like, yes, it's a good one, it's gonna work out. So we love you guys, and you guys are another great example for us. Amanda. Amanda and I worked together. That's how it started. And I talked a little bit about my parents being good friends as adults, and Amanda taught me how to be a friend as an adult. And she just is the best friend. She's just, yeah, learned a lot from her. And she's also getting married this year. She's been my rock through wedding planning because we can bounce ideas off of each other. So I just value our friendship. I'm so thankful for you. Okay, I've been going at this for a while. Sorry, I was going to keep it short and it just kind of kept going. So anyways, so excited for you all to be here. Like my dad said, you're all here for a very special reason. We love you all. If I didn't mention a thank you to you by name, it's just because I'd be up here all night. I'll tell you personally. So anyways, if everybody, well no, I probably shouldn't toast myself. We'll skip that. I just want everybody to have a great time tonight and no more tears. We'll just party from here on out. Thank you for being here. We love you.